Hi everyone, I'm here at the amazing Grace Villa in Turks and Caicos, and it is a beautiful sunny day. Today's Mindflow practice is all about cultivating inner strength. So inner strength is what helps us to make tough decisions. It's our ability to be resilient when life is throwing curveballs at us. Inner strength shows up when we choose to be vulnerable and when we choose to take responsibility for ourselves. When we feel deflated, lost, scared, or confused, we're completely disconnected from our own inner strength. But life gives us the opportunity to show up and be just how strong we already are. And each time we do this, we get closer and closer to our most authentic self. In this moment, what is it that you're not letting yourself feel, or who is it you're not letting yourself be? Consider these questions. When we deny who we are or what feelings are showing up for us, we are swimming against life's current. This Mindflow practice is about owning our feelings and owning all the parts of ourselves. Owning our anger, owning our fear, all the parts we try to hide. We are going to use movement, we are going to use intention and acupressure or tapping to release stuck energy in the body and allow our inner strength to shine through. For this practice, you'll need 2 blocks and a yoga mat. All right, so we're going to start our practice off with some tapping or acupressure. It's also called the emotional freedom technique. So we can use these techniques to get into the meridians of the body and release stuck energy. Before we get into the tapping, first consider what it is that you're facing. What is the problem that we want to tackle on our mat today? So take a minute to think about that. And then also consider what level of emotional state are you in because of this problem, between 1 and 10, and just give it a number. And then when you have those in mind, we're going to move through the body and tap it out together. So just to go through the meridian points that we're going to connect to, we're going to start with the karate chop, which is just here on the side of the hand, and you can tap with the other hand. And then we're going to tap the top of the head. And then we tap the inner eyebrow, the outer eye, under the eye, under the nose, the chin. I'm going to move through this with you so you don't have to remember all this. I'm just showing you what this is about. And then under the collarbones, I like to use 2 hands here. You can use 1 if you want. And then under the arms, so I cross my arms so I can tap under the arms easily. And then we're going to move through that 3 times. And what we want to do with this problem that we're facing and this number is we want to come up with a phrase that speaks to the problem, but then affirms that we accept ourselves completely, even knowing about this problem. So it could be something like, even though I'm feeling this fear or this problem, I love and accept myself completely. Or I accept myself just as I am. Or I accept myself completely. So it's a sentence like that. So for today, I'll let you fill in the blank at the beginning, and we will move through this together. So think of that phrase, even though I'm feeling stuck, even though I'm feeling afraid, even though I'm feeling like maybe I'm going to fail at this, or whatever that thing is. So you decide, I love and accept myself just as I am. Okay, and we can shorten it as we go through. You can say it in your head, you can say it out loud. And let's begin. Do you have it? If you don't have it, pause the video and then press play when you're ready. Okay, so we start with the karate chop. Even though I feel afraid, I love and accept myself just as I am. Even though I'm feeling really afraid, top of the head, I love and accept myself just as I am. Even though, inner eyebrow, I'm feeling afraid, I love and accept myself just as I am. Even though I have all these intense feelings right now, I love and accept myself just as I am. Under the eye, I love and accept myself just as I am. I'm good just as I am. So you can adjust your words as you go along, as long as it's the same sort of thing. I am good just as I am. Coming to the collarbones. I love and accept myself just as I am. Under the arms, even though I'm afraid, I love myself just as I am. Okay, now you're gonna go 2 more rounds, and you can say it out loud, you can say it in your head. We're gonna start with a karate chop. And then the head, inner eyebrow, outer eye, under the eye, under the nose, the chin, collarbones underneath, under the arms. Okay, 1 more round, karate chop. Keep saying the phrase to yourself, top of the head, inner eyebrow, outer eye, under the eye, under the nose, the chin, under the collarbones, and under the arms. Bringing your arms down by your sides, just closing your eyes for a minute here, and just recognizing how you're feeling, how you're doing in this moment, and if that number of intensity has changed at all for you, just notice, maybe what's the new number? Has it gone down? Has it gone up for you? Hopefully, for most of you, the number's gone down. This is a practice you can repeat as many times as you need to, and what's often found is that number goes from a 10 to an 8 to a 5 to a 3, the more that we tap. So we're going to tap 1 more time at the end of our movement practice. So from where you are, we're going to make our way to our yoga mat, planting down firmly through the feet about hip distance apart, arms down by your sides, and we're just going to start by rolling our head. And we can just start with the side-to-side roll where the ear drops over the shoulder. We're opening the back and sides of the neck. And just notice the quality of your breath as we move here. And then see if we can take the head all the way around and really open up the front of the throat all the way around. Changing direction. Coming back to center, we're just gonna move our jaw around. Just notice any tension in the muscles of the face. We can squish our face together and then relax it. Maybe 1 more time, relax it. Take the feet a little wider. I'm already feeling better. I don't know about you guys. We're gonna gently twist side to side, looking over the shoulders. We're letting the arms gently tap the body as we twist. Good. Steady breathing in and out. Just keeping your attention and awareness right here. So you'll notice the mind wants to move you out of the space, move you out of your body, away from this moment. And each time you notice, just gently and kindly guide your attention back. We can use our breath always as a landmark to both the present moment and to get a little deeper, to get into the body. All right. So this is just awakening our internal organs. We're kind of starting to tap out through the kidneys, especially here. Our kidneys are associated with fear. So this is another little acupressure for releasing fear. Let's slow this right down. Bring your feet hip distance apart, toes forward, and let the whole body relax completely. The belly is soft, everything relaxed. The arms hang like rope, and we're just gonna hop on the heels here. Good. And as we hop on the heels, make sure the knees are relaxed, the hips, the belly, and arms hang like rope. Long breathing in, long breathing out. This is activating the lymphatic system, one of the main filters of our body. So let's consider just releasing any tension, tightness, resistance, stress, whatever we're feeling right now, we let it out. Noticing what it is you're resisting and let go. Slowing down the movement. Good. Taking the arms high, reaching up to the sky, palms together, lengthen up. And we're going to come up and over to our left and open up to the right side body. Exhale the breath. Inhale back to center, nice and tall. Exhale up and over on the other side. If your shoulders are a little sore or tired, you can always bring an arm down. Inhale, one more time each side, any way you like. Side to side opening. A nice lateral stretch for the torso and hips. Inhale, coming back to center. We're going to take the hands to the low spine, fingers down. And then just press into the toes, lift up through the heart, pull the shoulders back, and see if we can let the head drop back. Deeply opening through our throat and upper chest. We're going to stay here and use our breath. On the inhale, lift the heart, keep the weight forward, and on your exhale, let the head fall back, let the shoulders fall back. Keep breathing into your pose. One more breath. Inhale, gently rise. Good. Coming into chair pose, bringing the weight into the heels of the feet, maybe hands onto your thighs to start. All right, as we come into chair pose, we want to be engaged through the belly, pulling the shoulders back and down, sinking a little deeper into the heels and into your seat, feeling the power of your legs, your foundation, and your core. As you exhale, bow over your thighs, let the arms drop, let the head hang. And then see if we can reach our arms back behind us and find an active reach through your fingers, pulling the shoulders toward each other. We might even interlace the fingers for shoulder stretch and drop the crown of head a little more deeply. For this one, let's keep a little bend to the knees. On your inhale, sink your hips almost in line with the knees. Sweep your arms forward and high. Press the feet into the floor and rise all the way to stand. On the exhale, we're going to bow. Bend the knees, active reach back, drop your head, release your neck, jaw, tongue, and throat. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise. And if you need a little more stability, just separate your feet a little wider. Exhale, release. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Your timing and pace here. Right now I'm showing you some nice controlled movement with this one. You can also start to bring in a little momentum. It's nice and releasing. We let the arms swing down and back and swing up. And we find a more powerful breath. Breathing in through the nose, maybe out through the mouth. Good, 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Inhale, rise and shake it off. So we're using that movement just to really get the blood flowing, to feel our roots, to feel our feet right there on the ground. We're going to come to the top of our mat. Feet hip distance apart. Moving into some sun salutations together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, find a forward fold. Let's just take a moment in our fold here, bending the knees, letting the head hang heavy. You can bring your hands to the floor or your hands to your blocks. And maybe actually we'll make use of one of our blocks here. So just bringing the blocks in front of your feet. And take the left hand to your block. Knees are a little bent here. I'm going to bend the left knee, twist to the right, float the right arm high. Reach through the fingers. And then try and see if you can square the hips down to the floor as we twist. Reach through those fingers to the crown of your head. And exhale, release. Both knees bend. Right hand to your block. Let's bend the right knee. We start to straighten the left leg. Left arm floats high. And then we work on bringing our hips a little more square as we twist. We're isolating our twist in the torso as much as we can. And let's do 1 more each side. Really strong twist here. Your full expression. And on the other side, keep the breath moving through your body. You can use the inhale to find more length and space. We can use the exhale to maybe drop into the floor. Both hands to your block. Exhale the breath. On your inhale, let's lengthen halfway. And on the exhale, we're going to take the right foot back to lunge. Press down through your feet, hand to thigh, lift yourself up. We can take the arms all the way up. And on the exhale, hands to the floor. We're taking the left foot back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to your plank pose. Lower to the knees to modify or keep them lifted. Chaturanga, elbows to ribs, hover down. Lifted cobra, halfway up or upward dog, all the way up. Exhale, flipping on the toes, take it back and up, downward dog. Looking forward, we're going to take the right foot back, inhale, and step the foot between the hands. Root to rise again, hands to thighs, all the way up. Open up through the front body, open up through that left hip. Exhale, plant the hands, take your right foot back, downward dog. Inhale, forward to plank, chaturanga, any way. Lifted cobra or upward dog, any way you like. To downward facing dog. Good, we're gonna move some energy around with our sun salutations. Looking forward, we're gonna step or hop it to the top of your mat. Halfway lengthen, inhale, fold, exhale. Reverse swan dive, rise. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Let's take the left foot back. Low lunge into high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Back to the mat, hands to the floor, right foot back, downward dog. Come forward to your plank. Chaturanga, exhale, any variation. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Good, left leg back, inhale. And foot between the hands. You can always help it there if it doesn't get there on its own. We're gonna, again, root to rise. We wanna scissor the thighs in toward each other for stability in this pose. Exhale, hands to the floor, left foot back. Down dog, come forward to your plank. Chaturanga, exhale. Lifted cobra, upward dog, breathe in. Downward dog, breathe out. Good, look forward. Step or hop it to the top of your mat. Halfway lengthen, inhale, fold, exhale. Reverse swan dive, rise, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Again, inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lengthen, step the right foot back. Coming into high lunge, arms up. And then back to your plank pose or down dog to plank. You can skip that if you want. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Right foot back and up, breathe in. Right foot between the hands, breathe out. Root to rise, inhale. Hands to the floor, take it back. Downward dog or plank, chaturanga. Upward dog on your inhale. Downward dog on your exhale. Good. Taking the left leg back, inhale. Left foot between the hands, exhale. Root to rise, breathe in. Hands to the floor, take that left foot back. Move through your vinyasa. Upward dog, breathe in. Downward dog, breathe out. Looking forward, step or hop it to the top of your mat. Halfway lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. Reverse swan dive, rise. Hands to heart. Inhale, reach high. We're gonna add on now, exhale. Halfway lengthen, inhale. Let's step the left foot back. Inhale, root to rise, high lunge. From your high lunge, ground your back heel, and we're gonna come into warrior two, reaching forward, reaching back. Good. Connect into your body, connect into your breath. Sinking down. We want to feel that front knee stacking on our ankle. We want to feel strong through our back leg. We're pulling navel to spine. We're reaching forward and back through the fingers, up through crown of head. Turn the gaze just past those front fingers and see if we can sink our hips, especially on the exhale. And as you sink the hips, drop the shoulders. If you're feeling tension building in your shoulders, take a minute and just shake out the arms. You can circle the head, circle the shoulders. And come back in when you're ready. a little softer. We want to feel a nice balance of effort and ease in this pose, feeling the roots of our feet, the strength of our foundation, and this lengthening and lifting up and out of that. From Warrior Two, we're going to open up our palms and turn them into fists, and then take your left fist to your heart. Now imagine you're holding a bow in your arms, and we're going to pull back that bow. So as we pull back the bow, we can straighten out the front leg and put a little bend into the back leg and really pull our elbow back. And as you release the arrow, we bring the weight back into the front foot, sink down into the hips, and at last minute we change direction. So we're going to come into peaceful warrior. Pull back your bow. Now that arrow's pointing to the sky, we can release the arrow, come back to our Warrior Two. Now from Warrior Two, we're going to come into Warrior Three. So let's step our stance a little bit closer. And if you need your block, you can grab it and bring it a little closer to your foot. We're going to square the hips down and maybe hands on a block, maybe hands on the floor to start. Pick up that back foot. From where you are on the block or the floor, take hands together at the heart if we want to challenge balance a little bit more. Pick up that back leg, reach back through your heel, forward through crown of head. Strong standing leg here. We want to feel a nice evenness of weight in our standing foot. We're setting our gaze fixed on the ground. All the focus you can. Find your breath. Lots of strength and power in this moment. For 3, for 2, for 1, gently reverse. We're going to lower to the toes, then the heel. Open back up to your Warrior Two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the floor. Take the right foot back. Downward facing dog. Good. From your downward facing dog, we're going to come forward to plank pose. Chaturanga, exhale. Lifted cobra, up dog, breathe in. Back to downward dog on the exhale. Let's try the other side. Good. Taking the left leg back, inhale, left foot between the hands, exhale, ground your back heel, and cartwheel up, Warrior Two. Reaching forward, reaching back, sinking through our hips, reaching in all directions. So pressing down through the feet, up through crown of head, and out through those fingers. And again, we can drop the shoulders, circle the head. Come back in, feeling that balance of effort and ease. Fierce gaze over those fingers, sinking our hips. Find your breath. Opening up the palms, making fists, taking the right hand toward the heart. We're going to pull that elbow back. We can shift the weight into the back foot as we pull. Almost ready to release, bringing the weight back into your front foot. And then let's turn this arrow up to the sky. Peaceful warrior. Pull back again with your elbow. Reach up through your fist. Feeling the strength of this moment. And then open up the palms, let that arrow go. Come back to Warrior Two. Warrior Two to Warrior Three transition. We can bring the feet a little closer together. And we can bring our hands down to our block or the floor in front of our foot. Square your hips to the ground and then lift off that back foot. If we can go a little further, take hands together at the heart. We could even take our arms wide. Make sure the neck is an extension of your spine. The standing leg is strong. We're engaging our quads. We're engaging our core. The shoulders are sliding down your back. We want to feel this tug of war in our body in this pose. Find your breath. A lot of power in this one. Soften your standing leg. We reverse the movement. Ground your back foot back to Warrior Two. And on your exhale, let's cartwheel down. Take the left foot back, downward dog. Forward into your plank pose, chaturanga, exhale. Lifted cobra or upward dog, breathe in. And back to child's pose for a moment. Sink into your heels. Ground the forehead. Connecting into your body, to your breath. As you breathe in, we're going to roll up and find a seat on our yoga mat. Legs forward. Maybe just checking in on yourself, noticing how you're doing, how you're feeling. We're going to move into some deep stretches to open up a little more through the heart. So taking your block to the back of your mat, your second block just in front of that. We want this second block to match up with the back ribs, just below the shoulders, just above the mid-spine. We want to make sure our sacrum stays on the ground and that there's space for the shoulders to drop toward the floor as we come back. And then we want to feel the support that we need under the head. You can always adjust your block to a higher setting, or you can even remove it and come right down onto the floor if that feels okay for your neck. We'll take our arms wide and open up the palms. And then if it feels all right, let's bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees open up. Closing your eyes. Just taking a moment here with the eyes closed to tune into our body, tune into our breath. Notice how the inhale cultivates some space in our bodies. Notice how the exhale helps us to surrender to gravity. So let's use our exhale in this pose. You'll notice the parts of the body that are in resistance to gravity, usually through the hips or low spine, maybe also through the shoulders with the arms, or there might be parts of the face that we can relax, releasing through the forehead or the eyes, releasing the jaw. Let's find a nice deep breath in and out, and see if you can bring all of your attention to that breath. And if any emotions are coming up for you, let them be there. We're going to stay here and breathe a little more deeply for about 5 or 6 more breaths. Long breathing in, longer breathing out. Each time we breathe out, let the body drop over your blocks and into the ground. Our emotions, a lot of the time, are stored in our weight-bearing joints. So these are the shoulders or the hips in the body. This pose really accesses the shoulders, the upper chest, the pectorals. We're also feeling a deep massage into the shoulder blades. As you breathe out these last few breaths, feel the shoulders dropping away from your ears, and we're almost lengthening the back of the neck. On the next breath in, we're going to bring the knees together, ground the feet. Roll over gently to your right or left side, enough to come off your block. And then we're going to remove it for now. Remove both blocks. And come back onto your mat, flat on your spine. And from here, we're going to take our block again under the body, coming under the sacrum. So just picking up the hips enough to set the block down. This is where the base of spine and glutes meet. And then pull the knees over the chest. So back of neck is long, the shoulders are on the ground. I like to hold my block or the floor, but maybe it feels good for you to hold your legs. So find a position that's comfortable. And then from here, we're just circling the knees, and you can feel how the block massages the sacrum in this one. We feel a massage through the hips, the glutes. And just give yourself some time. We're hitting little points as well. So if you get into a tender spot, maybe we stay there and just kind of breathe through it. Just circling. and change direction. Coming back to center, just allowing the thighs to drop over the belly, lengthening through the low spine. And then we're going to lower the feet down to our mat with the knees bent. And we can stay here, or we can extend the heels down to the bottom corners of our mat. Maybe taking the legs wide, opening up a little more deeply through the fronts of our hips, through the pelvis area. We can take the arms wide or overhead if that feels good. Closing your eyes again and really dropping into the ground. Long breathing in, longer breathing out. With every inhale, there's an opportunity to just invite this new day. We're inviting prana into the body, or life force energy. And with each exhale, we're releasing or letting go of whatever isn't serving us. Letting go of resistance, tension, or tightness. We want to feel the movement of the breath in the whole body, not restricted, just freely flowing. Let's take 3 more breaths here, dropping into the floor with each exhale. On the next inhale, we're going to ground down through the feet, bend the knees. Lifting the hips just off your block and then resetting the sacrum on the floor. Let's pull the knees over the chest and rock a little side to side. And then all the way over to your right or left side, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat. And if you need to, we can sit on a block here. Grounding down and lengthening up. So finding a comfortable seat. If sitting on a block isn't the right place for you, you can come back to a chair. We're going to tap again one more time. So let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and just remember the problem we're facing. Maybe give it a number now. And then find that phrase. Even though I'm feeling overwhelmed, I completely love and accept myself as I am. Whatever that phrase is for you. Okay, we'll start with the karate chop. Even though I am feeling overwhelmed, I completely love and accept myself. Tapping the top of the head, I'll let you continue your phrase in your head or aloud. Tapping the inner eyebrow, the outer eye, under the eye, under the nose, under the chin, or the chin, under the collarbones, under the arms. Karate chop. Even though. Top of the head, inner eyebrow, outer eye, under eye, under the nose, the chin, the collarbones, under the arms. We have one more round, keeping your phrase the top of the mind, top of the head, inner eyebrow, outer eye, under the eye, under the nose, the chin, collarbones, and under the arms. Bringing the hands down by your sides or onto your knees, wherever's comfortable. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in, a steady breath out. And let's give your emotional state at the present moment a new number. How are you feeling? I hope I got that number down for you. So what's great about this practice is that you can use it in a way that suits you best. If you want a more powerful movement practice to go along with your tapping, then take this tapping tool and add it to any of our more intense practices, maybe a hip practice or a deep power flow, to maybe get a little more out of it for you. Or maybe you want a more yin experience or more restorative. But here's a tool for your tool belt. I hope it helped, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. If you're enjoying what we're sharing, please give us a like, and you can also subscribe to this channel below. And if you want to follow us along on this journey, you can find us at kin.co or on Instagram at kinsight.